Are you having trouble drawing noses? Spending hours refining your drawings but still unsatisfied with the end results? Fret not, cause in this video, I'll be sharing some methods that I use to help you get your nose drawings from looking like this to this. So to draw noses, I first locate the shape of the keystone before proceeding to block out the other parts of the nose, adjusting my proportions with the warp tool as I draw. Once I am ready to refine my sketch, I lower the opacity on the current layer to draw over with cleaner lines on a new layer on top, before adding some shading on a separate layer below to indicate some lighting. To get a better understanding of noses, we can familiarize ourselves with some facial anatomy. Some parts of the nose consist of the ball of the nose, the wings of the nose, and the nasal passage inside the nose. These parts are made out of cartilage that are attached to the skull from the nasal bone. Some of us have a longer nasal bone that protrudes further out, which can be seen by a more pronounced point on the nose, known as the nasal bridge. Next, we have a clearer view of the parts of the nose from the front view of the skull. The nasal bone is attached to the triangular plane in between our eye sockets known as the glabella, also called the keystone. The keystone is my go-to shape for finding the position of the nose when I'm drawing portraits. This shape is a good indicator to find the position of where the nose begins and to see the direction of where the nose is facing. Now let us look at some examples of how this shape can aid us in the construction of the nose. In the first example, after defining the rough shape of the keystone, the bottom of this shape dissects our eyes into halves. This is roughly where the eye line would be, while the top of the keystone is where the eyebrow line can be found. By using simple planes to represent the four sides of the nose, the keystone can help to align these planes more accurately. In the next example, after locating the position of the keystone, I draw two lines down towards the ball of the nose, forming the front-facing plane of this surface. The right plane of the nose is shown in blue, while the bottom planes of the nose is shown in green. By first establishing these planes, it makes it easier to refine the drawing of the nose. In the last example, I expand out more on how I use the keystone to find the other parts of the face. I first use a center line to find the top of the brow ridge, following the brow ridge across the skull to where the point of the eyebrow turns to locate the side plane of the head. The point where the eyebrow ends to the eyelids gives me a rough indication of where the edge of the eye socket is. Lastly, I use the bottom of the keystone to locate the side planes of the nose. You can also draw a line from the edge of the eye to the side plane of the wing of the nose to use this triangular shape to help with getting more accurate proportions of the facial features. When drawing the nose, you can block out the lower region of the nose as one big shape, as this shape can be used as a placeholder to estimate the mass of the forms before using the methods as mentioned to locate the other parts of the nose. By drawing out your forms and having them connect will allow you to fully construct the entire nose, making it easier to identify for any proportional issues. By having all the forms sketched out beforehand also helps in making the refining phase easier. If you are still having problems with the forms of the nose, you can try to break them down into simplified shapes. As previously mentioned, the lower region of the nose can be thought of as an oval shape, while the nasal bridge can be represented as a cylinder, and the wings of the nose can be represented as cubes with rounded corners. By locating a line where the plane of the nose is turning to the bottom and the line where the nose turns to the side can help give a better understanding of the nose as a three-dimensional form. By being able to break down the forms of the nose into simplified shapes will greatly improve your accuracy in your drawings. Whenever you have difficulties drawing the nose in a complex view, I find that using a mirror to study your own nose can help you with drawing out the three-dimensional forms, giving you a clearer picture on how to approach drawing the nose. Be sure to share the issues you face when drawing noses and if this method has helped improve your drawings in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy drawing!